So one of our clients on the inventory side of our business is Gary Cronkleton. He has incredible places in North Carolina, really stunning cocktail bars. One of them does some of the best food you'll ever have. Absolutely one of my favorite places to go on earth. If you're in Charlotte or in the Charlotte area, make a trip to the Cronkleton. It's completely worth it. And like Gary does, I don't think they even have vodka. They just refuse. They find vodka offensive. Right. So, which is interesting because so many people's default is vodka because they don't have maybe, I'm not expert, but it seems to me like a lot of people who don't necessarily have a taste for the flavor of alcohol default to vodka because it's sort of this flavorless spirit. And then it tastes like whatever else you put in there, right? Some crude version of that. So they don't carry vodka, which I think is awesome. And, but they'll make a drink, so you can go in there, how you don't have vodka, and they will have a conversation with you about their different drinks and spirits and give me a chance. And I think they may hide vodka in case they can't win the day. All right, we'll make you didn't like that, you didn't like that, you didn't like that. We'll make you a vodka drink, right? But Gary's philosophy was don't put more than 8 drinks, 8 signature cocktails on the menu. That should cover it. And the idea is he wants complete and total mastery of those 8 cocktails, both from a guest perspective and from a productivity perspective behind the bar. They need to crank. Like the place, it's hard to run. It seems a little incongruent to say I run a highly productive cocktail bar. Like those things don't quite go together. And Gary is very deliberate about the stations. Everything is 1 or 2 steps away at the most. We make these 8 cocktails. Now they can riff. He sells historic spirits too. So this is a little bleed into the second lesson, and I'll pause. But he got laws changed in North Carolina so he could sell antique historic spirits. So you could go there and get a whiskey from 1924 in the original bottle and all that stuff. Now you're going to pay for it. But part 2, I think, because it just kind of runs into it. So the second thought is cocktail bars and places that decorate with alcohol and just fill the walls with alcohol. That can also be really intimidating for a guest who most people don't know. Most people don't know the difference between a small batch of single barrel and then your base spirit. They don't even know that. And people don't go out to say, hey, I want to be intimidated. I want to be treated elitist, as if I want to be comfortable. So you have to, if you're going to get really elaborate with your bar, we call it decision paralysis. You start to default into basic stuff when you're uncomfortable. Just give me something I know I'm freaking out here, and you're creating exactly the wrong experience. So the other thing Gary does exceedingly well is his bartenders are unimaginably knowledgeable, and they can talk to you about the historic spirits behind the bar. They can tell you about everything that's on the wall. And all of a sudden, you can create an experience that initially at Gary's place, it is a cool vibe, but you can feel a little, wait a minute, you don't serve vodka? What, am I stupid? Is it me? Like, what is it? And then you bring people in and then you start teaching them about all this stuff. And suddenly you're generating these really cool conversations, educational in nature, but really more interesting, that you share with everyone, like I'm doing with you guys right now. I'm telling you about Gary's place because the experiences are so awesome. And I'll tell you, Cliff, final point. When I go in there and I look at the menu, like you said too, I don't know what I don't know what the shit is. So they're like, Dave, what do you like? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm like kind of on the sweet side of things. Just make me whatever it is. Like, it's one of the places I go in and I just say, I'll take whatever, guys. Like, here, give me your best shot. And it always hits. Like, it's just phenomenal.